Hello everyone, this is Théo Mahy-Ma-Somga. Welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Storyteller Club. Today we are going to talk about the friend zone of business. You know the feeling, you pour your energy into a pitch, a post, a call. They love it, they love you. This was incredible, they say. So inspiring. We will keep in touch. And then silence. No sale, no contract, no deal. You have just been friend-zoned professionally. Welcome to the friend zone of business, the most painful place for people who actually care. You are respected, admired, but not chosen. They value your energy, not your expertise. They want your insight, not your invoice. And deep down, that rejection doesn't sting because of money. It stings because it questions your worth. Let's be honest. Most founders, consultants, and creatives end up here for the same reason. They lead with empathy and forget authority. You listen too well. You make them feel understood. You build trust and then stop there. You think connection equals conversion, but connection without tension is just comfort. And comfort doesn't sell. Here's what's really happening psychologically. When you give too much, free advice, strategy, attention, you create a reward loop in their brain. They start associating you with pleasure without payment. You become like that friend who always listens but never asks for anything back. And the moment you finally talk about money, the dynamic collapses. Because you have trained them to see you as a comfort, not a catalyst. I have seen it so many times. Founders who say, people love my content but no one buys. Or consultants who say, prospects always tell me you are amazing, but they never commit. The truth is, they are right. You are amazing. But admiration isn't respect. Respect comes when you create stakes. When people realize you can actually change their trajectory, not just their mood. Here's the hard truth. You cannot be both their therapist and their leader. You can empathize, but you must also polarize. Because the moment you remove friction from a sales relationship, you remove the transformation they are supposed to pay for. Humans pay for two things: relief from pain or access to power. If you give both away for free, there is nothing left to buy. That's the trap of kindness in business. It feels good in the moment, but long term, it breeds resentment and burnout. I've been there. I used to think my empathy was my greatest strength. And it is, but only when it's framed. I would get on calls, listen for an hour, rewrite people's story, their brand. They will hang up feeling inspired. And I will hang up feeling used. Not because they were bad, but because I had never drawn the line between connection and transaction. The lesson? If you don't define your value, they will define it for you. And they will always round it down. So how do you escape the friend zone of business? There is 3 steps. Step 1, stop auditioning. Every time you try to prove your worth, you position yourself as the one seeking approval. Authority doesn't audition, it invites. So don't chase, but challenge. Step 2, build emotional contrast. Your offer needs friction. A before and an after. You're not selling help. You're selling a transformation that requires investment, effort, risk. If there is no tension, there is no change. Step 3. Charge for clarity. The moment someone says, "Can I pick your brain?" say, "Of course, here is how I work." Not defensively, calmly, confidently. Clarity is kindness. When you charge for access, you teach people how to respect your time, your mind, and your results. The psychology behind it is simple. Humans don't value what's abundant, they value what's defined. If your energy, your wisdom, your craft feel endless, they will, in a way, treat it as free. Scarcity creates focus. Boundaries create belief. That's not manipulation, that's respect management. So if you feel invisible, unheard, underpaid, ask yourself, did I show up as a mirror or as a map? A mirror reflects what they already know. A map shows them where they could go next. And that's what they will pay for. Stop trying to be like, start being remembered. Because in the end, the friend zone isn't a place they put you. It's a role you played too well. Thank you, everybody. This was the Sunday Storyteller Club. I'm Théo Mahy-Ma-Somga. And if you are tired of being admired but not respected, stop performing value and start embodying it. They don't need more friends. They need leaders. See you next time. Bye.